Opportunity Identification Guidelines organized by Department of Marine Biotechnology, MA deemed to be university. A warm welcome to everyone. May I now invite our eminent and beloved Professor Dr. K. Altaf sir from Department of Marine Biotechnology to deliver the theme address. Welcome you, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you. It is my pleasant duty to welcome you all to this webinar. In fact, this particular session is something very useful, and it is important also to all the PG students, research scholars, as well as the young faculty members. Because the purpose of the education itself is to give something new or to do something innovative, to invent something. This is the purpose. When we conceive this idea, and this idea should be given a proper technology or any other oriented fine-tuning. In addition to this, we need to have a strong mind to venture into any kind of business. So this is the a kind of aspects involving in the education level. But our thinking, our students, scholars, always they process their mind only to go for some job, only to go for some kind of white collar job or something where we can earn and lead a happy life. But that should not be the thing. If we want to have a idea pertaining to a societal development, the economic development to the society, we need to inculcate during our course of study itself some passion towards some aspect, so that we get a very strong foundation in that. Apart from all other things like the core subjects, the allied subjects, the extracurricular activities, co-curricular activities, all these things is there in a part of the system. But in addition to that, we need to focus ourselves in one particular aspect, specialization, and where we have a strong idea generation, a technology development. And this technology development is something we should try to irrigate as much as possible by developing more and more knowledge. By the time you leave the institution or join elsewhere, you are in a position to conceive something concretely. And at this point, you are reaching a status of not as an employee, but an employer or entrepreneur. So this entrepreneurship that should be the main idea of your focus. When you focus on it, then apart from the generation of idea, you may have to find out the opportunity evaluation. Then you have to have planning, what kind of technology we are conceiving and how exactly it has to be propagated, where it has to be propagated, and how to organize it, and how to launch a company or any such thing. Then also thereafter you can think about the growth of the organization. In this, there are several steps earlier, but now there are some organizations which are incubators. Say, for example, in marine biology or marine biology related topics, marine ornamental fish culture and export is a business which is very lucrative. It has really very high demand elsewhere, because aquarium keeping is the biggest hobby, and not merely at home. Many organizations, you go to any airport, any big corporate hospital or offices, and everywhere it is there. If you are just studying MSc biotechnology or be it MTech or any such thing, if you have a basic idea of what exactly is the reproductive pattern of the marine fishes, more particularly the ornamental fishes, and how exactly you can bring some new technology to it to produce those fishes which are commercially very important, and then try to breed them, produce the young one, and also try to think about marketing and what kind of packaging, how exactly it has to be sent. Even you can, nowadays the fishes can be transported 48 hours or even 3 days, 4 days, and to reach any destination. And when all these things, if you compile, and then if you have these things, if you go to a right kind of incubator, you will be thoroughly renowned. You will be well versed with every aspect of it. In fact, these centers may help you right from the beginning, how to find the funding, what about the marketing, what kind of the trade you have to do, what are the rules and regulations, what are the permissions, all these details. As a student, you may not be knowing, but the incubator centers are well versed with that. They will provide, they will even arrange funding, and they will try to tell you what kind of subsidies available from the government organizations, and what are the banks or cooperative societies which are involved in funding. So with which you can employ some 10 to 50 members as an entrepreneur. So such a facility was not there earlier, this incubator type. Now you are quite fortunate, and today in this session we have Namrata Mishra, a very eminent person, Dr. Namrata Mishra, very eminent. One of my students is also now happened to be Namrata. So that is why it is, even without the prefix, I have said Namrata Mishra with a right. And she is also a type of student who is focused on developing some kind of entrepreneurship. So we welcome you, madam, and we are going to give the details about what are the incubators and what kind of fundings available and all those things. And it is something which is going to be a very, very useful session. Once again, I have the pleasure of welcoming all the participants of this webinar. Most welcome. Thank you.
A very good afternoon. Just thanks to Professor Karim for this wonderful, warm introduction. And I completely agree with you, sir, that today the time is ripe to think innovative, to think out of the box. Students generally, they think that, okay, after our studies, after a general curriculum, we'll go for PhD, postdoc, that's fine. But again, there are a lot of other opportunities. You can be a job provider rather than job seeker. So you beautifully given all the keywords: entrepreneurship, innovation, funding opportunities, startup, incubator, regulatory. I'll try my best to explain in a very lucid manner all these keywords. Yeah, but Professor Senthil wants to say.
Yes, ma'am. 2 minutes. We have a chief guest for giving the inaugural address. I think Swarnam is the one. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite. Yes, sir. I will continue.
Please.
Now I would like to invite Professor Dr. R. Srinivasan, sir, head of the department, MED Business School, to deliver the presidential address. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So very good afternoon to Dr. Karim Altaf, sir, HOD, Dr. Senthil Nathan, the faculties, Dr. Maya Kannan, Dr. Shalok Kumar, research scholars, students, and the panel members, Dr. Narmata Mishra, Dr. Kannan, and the participants. I feel proud and privileged for this inaugural function and 2 days workshop on entrepreneurship development program, along with the bright and brilliant youngsters of this event. MED University is a pride of Chennai. I wish and pray that the students and the faculty here will bring laurels to themselves and the glory to the nation. I also congratulate the team which has brought about the successful inauguration. Mr. Aristotle said, education is an ornament in prosperity and a refuge in adversity. This remains met of the proverb, do not put up till tomorrow what you can do today. I would like to read this with yet another dictum. The right path is a very steep upward, whereas the wrong path is horizontal. What do this teach us? Education serves us here and now, but follow the right path of knowledge to reach the peak of innovation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us come for a reality check. Before you're part of the university, I have no hesitation to say that India's destiny depends on the quality of our entrepreneurs and the way they build themselves for the future of our country. India, which was a very backward industrially at the dawn of independence, has today made quantum leaps in the sectors of manufacturing, engineering, information and communication technology, agriculture, biotechnology, and allied activities, and is confidently inviting the world to make India. Entrepreneurs has become a buzzword of the present India. Entrepreneurs introduces a critical element of dynamism into an economic system. The process of globalization and liberalization has introduced a set of changes like the introduction of dynamism into the system through the process of globalization. In a way, to compare this concept of change to modern entrepreneurship, villages could be called as organization and the craftsman would be termed as entrepreneur. Independent India could claim to have created a conducive climate of spread of entrepreneurship. It is in this broad backdrop that the latter evaluation and the growth of Indian entrepreneurship has to be located. The need for innovation in entrepreneurship cannot be stressed enough. The new generation, particularly the student and the entrepreneurs community, is living in a highly competitive environment, facing all the challenges of a brave new world emerging into a global village. As Lewis Carroll says, as allies is the wonderland. My dear, here we must run as fast as we can just to stay in place. As they say, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. The new generation has no time to waste nor reason to relax when the world is going in a hectically fast pace. Remember that the sleeping rabbit will lose out the advancing hare. Our efforts have to keep pace with the best in the world. We have to have a higher benchmark for education standards. Innovation is, in fact, the life essence of entrepreneurship, without which all activities of entrepreneurship becomes obsolete. The countries like India, with a 700 million at bottom of the pyramid population, the need for innovations that meet the unique needs of this population is seriously shout for. Innovations that answer the immediate and the local needs of the population is like a breath of a fresh air, ever shout for and precious. The nation urges entrepreneurs to explore domestic opportunities to succeed. One needs to continuously innovative. Technology has become a crucial and critical driver in the future of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs have the chance to do both strategic planning and administrative work for their business. They can get involved in all sides of the business because the internet makes it possible to do so. The future of the entrepreneurship could involve high-performing entrepreneurs rather than people working for huge faceless organizations. The internet and especially social media tools makes it possible to turn passion into the thriving business, and that anyone can create a personal brand and leverage it worldwide through technology. Social media, for instance, is indispensable to any business in any industry, as it offers a range of business benefits both internally within the company and externally between the company and the nodes of the business, such as clients or suppliers. It will also move from an era of a multinational business to one of the global small business. This means that anyone, whenever that person is located, can build a successful business if online tools are properly optimized. The philosophy of an incubation center is opportune to fit whatever gap that may be present. Family-owned business running the similar businesses tend to succeed even with the breeding new generations, basically due to the hand-holding and mentoring offered by the older generations. Incubation center does just that, taking the expertise offered by the host institution and mentors for guidance. The concept of incubator is a warm, fertile bed for growth of a sapling entrepreneurs. The Russian writer Tagnov had a touching experience in his life. It was a chilling winter. Tagnov went for his morning stroll. He met a beggar on the way. The beggar was shivering in the extreme cold. He had no warm clothes on him. Tagnov took pity on him and wanted to give him a ruble. When he searched his pocket, he found no money in it, but the beggar's hope was aroused. Tagnov held the hand from the beggar and told him, "Brother, I wanted to give you a ruble, but I do not have even a kopeck with me." With the tears in his eyes, the beggar said, "Sir, you have called me brother. There is no greater gift for me. My dear younger friends, education does not mean the degree you get. Education means the degree of kindness which you are capable of showing to the man on the street. Education does not have a full stop. It flows endlessly throughout your life, acquiring, enjoying, and experiencing the lessons from the society. The idea of business incubator encompasses all these dimensions. I do hope the Ahmed University will step in the vanguard of innovative entities involving into startups, and eventually startups moving towards drivers of economic growth, not only for the state of Tamil Nadu, but for the entire nation. I once again congratulate everyone involved in the successful inauguration of the program. Wish you the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating words. May I now invite Dr. Mayakanan, sir, Organizing Secretary, to introduce our today's speaker. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Swarna. Thank you, sir. Dear speaker, participants, and my colleagues, a very pleasant evening. With great pleasure, I introduce our guest speaker of this session. Sorry, yeah. Okay. With great pleasure, I introduce our guest speaker of this session, Dr. Namrata Mishra, Assistant Professor, KIT School of Biotechnology, Head Bioinnovation, KIT Technology Business Incubator, KIT TBI. KIT deemed to be University Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Dr. Namrata Mishra has done her PhD from Varanasi in Academy of Science and Innovation Research Center. She also received National Postdoctoral Fellowship from Science and Engineering Research Board. Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. She has handled several biotechnology startups, innovators, researchers, faculty members, postdoctoral personnel, masters for detailed writing of their projects, proposals, presenting them to the funding agency, and winning the project. Dr. Namrata has also been a catalyst in creating innovation ecosystem by setting up technology enabling center at KIT University, supported by DST and the Vairak Regional Center, KIT TBI focusing on East and Northeast states of India. She is also a member of Bhubaneswar City Knowledge Innovation Cluster, supported by PSA, Government of India. She was selected for fully sponsored technology transfer training conducted by STEM and organized by National Biopharma Mission, DBT. She has also visited University of Edinburgh, UK under the Training Sino Labs Managers Program in 2018 under the European Erasmus Mundus Program. Also, she was selected to attend the entrepreneurial training of trainers and management meeting in Santiago de Compostela, Spain, 2020. Recently, she received the prestigious Odisha Young Scientist Award by Science and Technology Department of Government, Odisha. Her research focuses on the study of vital metabolic pathways and in-depth sequence structural analysis of understanding enzymes and also vaccine development using a computational approach.
அந்த புடவை நல்லா உதிரிட்டியா?
One moment, friends. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. And published several articles and books in reputed journals and publishers. She is not only a head of incubator, also a passionate teacher, which has gained her number of awards and recognitions. It's our pleasure to have you here, Dr. Namrata. Over to you, Doctor. Please thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gopal. Thank you, Dr. Srinivas, for this introduction. Now, without much ado, we'll start the session. Let me quickly put up my presentation up on screen. Just give me a second. Is my presentation now visible?
Yes, it's visible. Put it up full screen.
Sure. So as you see that today our discussion is on role of incubator and funding opportunities for innovation and startup. Now, if you closely one is the incubator, second is the funding. What each of them means and how they're connected together. Now, coming to the first word, that is startup. Now, you'll all agree that a startup is a new buzz of not only India, but also across the globe, as Dr. Srinivas said. Every day one hears of a startup story. Every week a potential unicorn is unraveled. And in spite of all the regulatory and scale-up challenges, over 1,000 life science startups were registered in 2020. And particularly the flagship program of Indian government, Make in India, it has infused the entire country with new spirit and zeal to bring innovative products to support innovation across the entire value chain of product development. starting from ideation to proof of concept to validation and commercialization. And today we can proudly say that India has all the ingredients for success in innovation and startup arena. We have the world-class laboratories who are doing excellent work in various fields. India is known to be the pharmacy of the world with rapidly growing pharmaceutical, biological, medical devices industries. We have the largest supply of generics across the globe. And most importantly, a major strength lies in the fact that we are a democratic and a young nation where 2/3 of our country are below 35 years of age. Now, in our platform today, also we have 60 participants, and I got to know that there are many students, there are many young faculties, and that's the strength that we have. Having said that, now to leapfrog technologically, a massive push is needed to tap into this young entrepreneurial energies. How can we motivate them to think out of the box, as Professor Karim said? So there are a lot of opportunities, but you have to come up with fresh, innovative ideas. And today I can say the time is very ripe to start your own enterprise, to be your leader, to be your boss. Let's see, what are the major sources of innovation? Is my slide moving? Can anyone confirm that?
No, ma'am. Actually, it's not moving.
It's not moving?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, now it is okay.
Okay. So if we look into the major sources of innovation, you can say that there are three major sources of innovation. One is the academia, which is the nucleus of any scientific discovery. Then comes the startups, who try to translate these R&D discoveries that come up from lab into some novel product or process. Of course, with the help of a lot of stakeholders who are involved. And then the third one is very important, that's the social impactful grassroots level innovations that are more need driven. And a good example are the one that like FPOs, where farmers are driven by the need to organize. But the challenge is in the present complex and competitive landscape, innovators and entrepreneurs, they need more strong structural and fundamental support beside your mentorship, beside your infrastructural facilities. They need a lot of structural and fundamental support to carve their niche in this global startup ecosystem. Of course, the Startup India, the ambitious program which is launched by the Honorable Prime Minister, it has brought a lot of positivity among the Indian entrepreneurs, with also funds allocated to support startups. However, it is certain that startups, they require more than just funds to scale up to become enterprise. Our young innovative minds, when we tell them that there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of, for your own venture creation, but they definitely need that hand-holding right from the beginning. They need that training, they need the connections, capacity building of the skill set that is required. And these are all provided by an ecosystem which is now called as Technology Business Incubator. Now, coming to the question is, what is incubator? Since it's a majority of the students, I know they are from the science background. In biology, an incubator is a system under which microorganisms, they are cultured under controlled environmental conditions like optimum pH, temperature, nutrients. Likewise, an incubator is a place where technology-driven ideas, they are nurtured to make a business, to make a venture. So the question is, then what is business? Business, in simple word, if I say what is business, that's the money. Right. So to make money, what exactly you need? You need a seller who can sell something and a buyer who has the money to buy the product. And they both have to come together. It's exactly what an incubator does. In simple words, if I explain you, it's a technologist who could be a faculty, who could be a student, who could be a scientist, who has some innovative idea, an entrepreneur who wants to translate this innovative idea and want to bring it to market, an investor who funds the entire exercise. Money is very important. So when all these come together on one common platform, that is incubator. Incubator brings them all together under one roof. Now, generally, there is a big misconception that incubator just provides space. But please note that incubator, besides co-working space, they provide a wide array of services to help startups, to help students who wants to take up this new innovative path, which include your access to instruments at a very, very nominal charge, funding support, access to strong network pool of mentors, investors. But most importantly, it helps startups to think through, to think something different, to think out of the box. Because during the mentoring or hand-holding sessions, the incubator team who know this business, who know what is the current scenario, what are the current market need, what is the innovative, arena that is going on. The incubator team, they ask the right questions to the startup to help them think from different dimensions. They will ask you a question like, is there any market for the product? You have a wonderful idea, excellent. But have you done your homework? Have you seen that who are your competitors? What is the marketing? What's the business plan that you have? What is the pricing of the products? Which usually the students, the young entrepreneurs, they remain ignored. They feel that, okay, an idea is excellent and let's start a venture, but that's not how it has to be. A lot of other things you have to keep in mind before you start your venture. And that's how the incubator helps. And if you don't, and believe me, this is the most common reason for failure of any startups, that they don't think beside idea, there are a lot of other things which you have to keep in mind. Like, as I said, who are your competitors, whether you have a strong business plan, whether there's a market need, how can you bring an edge over your product, over your innovation, than the one that are still there in the market and existing similar products that are there in the market. Another thing that incubators also help the startups is to monitor them continuously. It's not like, DBT or DST, the general R&D funding, where they give you the money. Now it's a headache of the principal investigator, how to carry the project. But here, the TBI, they completely handhold you, they support you, they help you in getting your fundraise, they help you in connecting to mentors, and they will ensure that you are in sync with the timeline. They will ensure that you are in the right track. It's just like a school. Like in school, your teachers are there who will help you. There are different teachers who has expertise in different fields. Similarly, an incubator have a very strong pool of mentors who has like both your technical domain as well as the business domain, your marketing, years of experience in marketing, years of experience in technical domain. It could be on device, agriculture, IoT. So when you come to an incubator, the incubator team will matchmake you. Like what I do, and they also see every month they conduct a lot of mentoring sessions. They conduct whether you are in sync with the timeline or not. Now let's see how TBI is supporting innovation and startup in detail. As I said, infrastructure for prototyping. Now, one of the major challenges that any early startup face is the access to infrastructure, access to equipment and technologies such as sensor lab, prototyping lab. And these equipments are very, very costly. And most of the time, they are unaffordable for any early startup or a young student entrepreneur to buy who are not associated with any research organization. For example, a student who has completed his master's. Now, he or she is no more associated with any organization, but he has some, results from his master thesis or BSc graduate thesis, and he wants that, okay, let me take this research idea forward, but who will help you to get equipments, who will help you to get access to equipments, access to chemicals? So therein the student approaches the incubator where it is open for everyone. It's open for all ideas, for all innovators who has some innovative ideas. Then second is input procurement. Another important requirement is input procurement, raw materials, such as chemicals with specific composition, polymers, peptides, and they are very costly, some of which are also not available in India. You might need to get it from abroad. So an incubator will help you to facilitate the procurement of raw materials from the reliable sources at a very affordable price. They know that the innovator, the pain point is price. So they bring all these facilities, all these infrastructures at a very, very nominal cost. So that it's not more a burden to these startups or the young entrepreneurs. Fundraising. One of the most obvious requirements for any product development is fund. If you don't have money, how will you develop? You might be having an excellent idea, amazing idea, but if you don't have funds, you cannot take it forward. So, and again, having said that, if you're an individual, for example, I have an excellent idea, but if I go to some private venture capitalist and tell me that give me 50 lakhs, give me 1 crore, my idea is excellent, I've done this homework, now you have to support me. Do you feel that investor will give you 1 crore? It will be very difficult. And especially for students who doesn't have that years of experience. Why will someone trust a student idea and fund you? However, an incubator can help you to get funding support through various schemes where the incubator is the implementing partner. And also for the experienced startups, they can leverage the credibility and brand of the incubator and get access to, a pool of investors, VCs, angels, and government funds, because they will ask you, where are you incubated? Now, if you say, for example, I'm incubated at KIT Technology Business Incubator, which has like almost decades of experience in incubation, is one of the epicenter of innovation entrepreneurship, then definitely they will say that you are in safe hands. They will guide you, they have the right pool, they have the right infrastructure to guide you, mentor you, and nobody will, have any doubts that whether you will fail or not. Because even though you will fail in your idea, the incubator is there to support you, to sail you through this journey. And access, then another very important thing is access to subject matter experts, business experts who can provide technical assistance. Generally, academia, innovators from academia, they are very strong in their technical wise. Technologically, they are very strong, they understand the science. But when it comes to business, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to commercialization plan, that's not the cup of tea for everyone. So there you need the support of incubator, the support of business experts who can tell you how to frame your revenue generation plan. How can you sell your product to market? How can you be sustainable? How can you generate profit? So that hand-holding is very, very important, which is given by an incubator. Networking. Now, here in this platform, you have 60 people. I saw that, I guess the number have risen more. So this is a place, this is a chance for everyone to network, to be interactive, to know each other, to understand what's the strength, how can we complement each other's expertise. So similarly, this is incubator, they provide the right platform to get connected to various stakeholders, a vast pool of experts, investors. Now today you connected to me. I'll be telling about so many funding opportunities. So similarly, if you are in an incubator, if you're connected to me, you will definitely, whenever there is some kind of opportunity, I'll definitely inform you. So that networking and connection is very, very important. Remember, you cannot work in silos. If you are a student, it's fine. Once you are completed your studies, you have to work in team. Teamwork is very, very important. You cannot say that, okay, this is my idea, I will be working on it alone. I don't want anyone with me. And it's not going to, no one is going to fund you, I'm telling you honestly. No funding. If you apply for funds also, they are not going to fund you. You have to form a team. You have to distribute your work. Okay, my team has a business expert. For example, your ideas on medical device, then you have to form a team with a competing skill set. When I say competing skill set, I mean that different members should have a different skill set. For example, somebody in medical biology, someone having a clinician, somebody having a biomedical engineer who can help you in designing a device, and of course a business expert. So then anybody would be happy to give you money because you have a team, you're in-house, you have the strength who can execute the project. So if you don't have a team also, an incubator, if you approach an incubator can help you to get connected to the right stakeholders to form a team and go forward. Also, prototype validation. For example, someone who has developed some product, now to reach the market, it has to go through a lot of regulatory compliances. It has to be supported. It has to be, intellectually patent filed. If your idea is not patented, then anybody can, steal your idea. So an incubator helps in IP filing. It helps in getting your regulatory compliances done. So all these, so that's what I want to emphasize here. It's not only about the co-working space, but it is much beyond that, the support that any incubator provides. Now, coming to how do the incubator provide the support to startup? What is the strategy that an incubator follows? See, you'll all agree that to support anyone, you have to understand first the problem statement, the pain point of that person. It's exactly the TBI does. It first maps the risk and challenges faced by the startup as they struggle to grow from a small team to a viable venture. And this risk can be different at different phases of a journey, which is represented by this diagram that you see in the presentation slide. It's generally called the valley of death because here you need a lot of support. Majority of the startup phase, fail in this phase. So as I said that if someone approaches an incubator, they have to first map what is the requirement, at what stage they are now. For example, in the first phase, there's a search phase where the startups, they require hand-holding for idea validation, generally students, young entrepreneurs who want to start their entrepreneurial journey. They come to this category like stage 1, where the incubator understands, okay, they need support right from their idea validation, for their business model, for the market connect. Second is a build phase, where you are building your products and the incubator supports you by giving access to equipments, mentor connect, grant, you need money for product development. Then there's a grow phase, where you're growing, where the startup is scaling up. Plan your business strategy, how to get your product launched in market, how to in field trials that your idea, your product is working. Then comes grow phase, where startups are scaling, as I said. So an incubator takes a decisive choice about the support that is needed to be provided to a venture by mapping the requirement and the developer phase. So as to which category you fall in, if you fall in stage 1, okay, this is the requirement. If you fall in the grow phase, that you have already established a startup, now you want to scale up, then the incubator gives you a different array of services. So remember that this cannot be done in silos. As I said, please, teamwork is very, very important. So incubator, to support the startups, they develop partnership with a lot of ecosystem players, with a lot of ambassadors, as we call them, mentors, evangelists, government, investors, research or institutes who can help in idea generation, industries, bodies who can help you in test bed manufacturing. So all they work together hand in hand with the aligned vision of what? That is promoting innovation and entrepreneurship. So I hope you understood about basics of incubator. Now coming to very, very important subject, that is funding opportunity. I know that every student, every faculty, but this is the favorite area. What are the funds available? Honestly speaking, today the time is ripe to think innovative, to take up entrepreneurship as a serious career option. And funding is absolutely no problem. There are so many schemes of different funding bodies of Government of India for every stage of technology development commercialization. Even for DST, DBT, TIDE, MIT, any funding agency, they have different array of schemes starting from your ideation to proof of concept to prototype to commercialization. So definitely money is not a problem, but to understand which funding scheme will suit you best, you need to first understand, analyze and what exactly you need. Which category do you fall in? Let's see what are the categories. One is identifying the problem statement. This is basically the students will fall in, where they say that, okay, I really want to, I have this inquisitiveness to think something out of the box. I really want to take up this entrepreneurship as a serious career option, but I need support in terms of ideation, in terms of getting my idea validated, to helping me in picking up the problem statement. I see so many challenges, so many problems, but can someone help me to tell which idea should I pursue, which idea is best for me? So that support is the first, is identifying problem statement. Second is the category like where they say that, okay, I have a wonderful idea. I've done my homework. I've done my groundwork. I'm sure that this idea is going to work. It has a lot of market, but definitely I need mentorship. I need access to equipments. I need funding. Then third category is market validation. They are more of matured entrepreneurs or startups where they say that, okay, I have some wonderful idea, product is done, but I need to get for market validation, getting the IP file, getting the regulatory compliances done. Partnership. This category might need, partnership with different stakeholders, for example, industries, for example, your regulatories, connection to investors, product launch. And the seventh category is, if given a chance, I will pick up this, that I need support in everything. I need support in problem statement. I need support in market validation, connection to investors, product launch, all the above. It's like Dil Mange More. So let's see now, one by one, what are the different funding opportunities, as I said, for different levels. The first type, what was the first type? Is identifying the problem statement. This is a type where students, young researchers who want to pursue entrepreneurship as a serious career option fall. They want to do something different, but they need assistance from experts in terms of picking up the best idea which is doable, which has a commercialization potential. And the best program to go ahead for this is a BIRAC flagship program called the SIP program, Social Innovation Immersion Program. So in this program, what happened? 5 social entrepreneurs, they are selected pan-India. based on their interest to do something unique and that has social relevance. Believe me, the minimum eligibility criteria is graduation. So if anybody is who have completed graduation, you are eligible to apply for this. There is nothing application, nothing. I'm just, whenever the call for proposal open, you have to fill the link. What is the minimum criteria, like why do you want to pursue entrepreneurship? So very simple questions will be given. You have to give your answer to those questions, and then if you're selected, you will go for a field immersion studies. For 6 months, we will go for field immersion, like going to various hospitals, talking to people to understand the major challenges in particular area like food and nutrition, maternal child healthcare, waste to value. So if you want to work on waste to value, you will be given 6 months and go talk to mentors, talk to field trials, waste to value, and see what are the current challenges, what are the problem statements. And then after 6 months, your best problem statement is selected with the help of mentors. And then this is like for 6 months, you go for a field immersion studies where the mentors will help you to identify the problem. After 6 months, when your idea is identified, you'll be given 5 lakhs Kickstart grant money to work on in next 12 months. Just imagine you had come up with no idea, just with the spirit of doing something different, to do something out of the box. You came, you went, you are given full support. The incubator KIT TBI will help you to getting your idea valid, your idea identified. You'll talk to a lot of mentors to see what are the gap, what are the challenges, and then 12 months you'll be working on that idea till your prototype is developed, along with the support of mentors. And every month, please mark my words, we'll be getting 50,000 fellowship. Just imagine a graduate getting 50,000 fellowship per month. Even PhD fellowship is also less than this. And along with that, 5 lakhs Kickstart grant money. And believe me, there are so many students who have got this grant and this fellowship, and they have developed some innovative products. They are all graduate. And they didn't come up with the idea. They just approached KIT TBI that we want to do something different. They got this grant, they got this opportunity, and then 50,000 per month. KIT TBI provided them support in terms of mentorship, in terms of hand-holding, and believe me, now it's no more looking back. They have got a lot of follow-on funding after the SIF fellowship is over. SIF fellowship is for 18 months duration. For example, it's Dr. Stuart Grass. He was a simple dental graduate. He said that, okay, I have been seeing so many patients. I know that there's a lot of problem in dentistry. So I want to develop a device which can help in assistive oral care of elderly geriatric patients. Now, after getting SIF fellowship, he has got BIG grant, which is 50 lakhs money. And it's all like young fellows. They're not like experienced PhD, postdoc, none of them. Shruti Babu, she is the youngest, just completed her graduation and she got the SIF fellowship, and now 50 lakhs money for BIG. Developed the product, now she's going to launch next month. Prante, she's another, I'll tell her story. She has just come to KIT TBI. She was, at that point, she had completed a PhD. Yes, I remember, she's completed a PhD. But during her pregnancy, she faced a problem in, in hyper blood pressure. For that, a lot of medical complications she suffered. And therefore, she had a birth. And then she said that, okay, I want to develop a diagnostic kit which can detect the preeclampsia, high blood pressure during pregnancy. There's no diagnostic kit available. 5 lakh Kickstart grant, and now just imagine she has raised 1.89 crores. So all these small ideas, but has a very big impact. Someone is developing a candy which can, release iron for tackling anemia, which is generally, it is very prevalent in rural sectors. So all these small ideas are there. All you also know, if you just see across your environment, you will see that a lot of problems, challenges. Can you think of an idea? Can you think of a solution to overcome those challenges? Come to KTBI, come to incubator, any incubator, discuss with them, and then they will help you to reframe it. Likewise, there is one fellowship program of Nidhi scheme by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, to encourage graduate students to pursue entrepreneurship. Like SIP Nidhi EIR fellow gets minimum of 10,000 to maximum 30,000 fellowship per month for 12 months. And the eligibility criteria is simple: graduate. You don't need PhD experience, you don't need publication. All you need is a right mindset, interest to think, do something different, to develop some innovative products that has a social and economic impact. And students see there's so much opportunities. And we always complain that no, we are not getting there's no placement in our universities, there's nothing. Rather than spending time in your WhatsApp and your Facebook, I will always urge students, please, now that the session is over, look into the sites. See when is a call for proposals are open, but try. Even though you are not selected, you will get some positive suggestion so that you can improve upon and then reapply for the scheme. And believe me, there is no application fee for any of these proposals. At least try to get your idea vetted by experts. It's always a win-win kind of situation, not going to lose anything. Even though your proposal is not selected, your idea is not selected, you will get very constructive suggestions. And you can work upon it and then reapply. Now there's a scheme of DST Nidhi EIR. MeitY government of India has also a similar scheme called TIDE EIR. Where funding support of 4 lakhs is given for 12 months for validation and development of an idea under this TIDE grant scheme. And the 7 lakhs of grant money is also given for duration of 12 months for translation of proof of concept to minimum viable product. So just like SIP program, you can get a Kickstart grant of 4 lakhs once your alpha prototype is developed. Now to translate this alpha prototype to a minimum viable product, you get support of 7 lakhs. And the thrust here is sector agnostic. Yeah, you can work on any field that is, that you like. It could be on agriculture, it could be on medtech, it could be on environment, engineering, edutech, fintech, any sector that you have the expertise. And also you can apply in team. You don't have to apply individually. You'll be the PI, but of course you will have a team, and you can have funds to give them out of the 7 lakhs. You can also give them a chunk of money to your team members. Now coming to the flagship program of BIRAC called the BIG scheme, where Dr. Gopal Mayakan Gopal has also received this funding. This is a flagship program of BIRAC to translate your innovative idea to proof of concept. And it's aptly called BIG Big scheme because beside the big money of 50 lakhs for 18 months, you get a lot of support, mentorship support, funding support, getting your access to investors, mentors, helping you to raise follow-on funding. Now, who can apply? Here also the minimum eligibility criteria is just a graduate. And the best thing is that you can apply as a team. If you are a student, you are academia, you are a scientist, just completed your PhD, looking for a job, you're well eligible to apply for the scheme. Even startups which are less than 5 years old can apply for this BIG grant. It's just not that you have to have a startup to apply for these schemes. As an individual also you can apply, but later on you have to form a startup and take this project ahead. Call for proposals, they open twice a year, 1st January and 1st July. Again, in 1st July, it will be opening. Please, I will request all the participants to go through the BIRAC website, see the BIG grant, look into the details, and if you wish, I would request the organizers of the today that if possible, can we go for a separate grant writing workshop specifically for BIG grant? If anybody is interested to apply, please inform me. I will definitely help them to frame the proposal.
Sure.
Because that's very, very important, because there are many people, like last time there were about 100 people who got this 50 lakhs money. So why not at least apply, see, and we will definitely, a team is there to help you in writing the grant, we'll help you to make your presentation ready. We'll completely handhold you through the entire selection process so that you get this grant. Now, coming to thematic area, as I said, the best thing is it's not sector agnostic. Your idea could be related to any field of life science. It could be agriculture, medical, drug, industry, waste management, bioenergy. The only thing that they require is that the idea has to be innovative, it has to be novel, and has a commercialization impact. It does not support basic R&D project, because remember, this project is for 18 months. If you work on R&D, if you take up as an R&D project, it will take 5 years. 18 months is very less. So you can say that, okay, I had this basic R&D projects, some supported by DST or DBT. I have got some good promising results. Now I want to take it forward. I want to develop a product. I want to go to the market level. So here, then you apply for BIG. That is the phase I would suggest that apply for BIG. You cannot take the 50 lakhs to conduct your basic exploratory research studies. And BIG funding also cannot be used to do your PhD work. Now, if you have any support, as I said, regarding your grant writing, please write to me. I will post my email ID in the chat box. And you have to apply. Where do you apply? You apply in the online at the BIRAC website. No hard copy submission is required. Evaluation criteria is very simple. It's technically doable or not. Idea has an advantage, has a USP, that is a unique selling proposition as compared to your competitors. What is the impact it's going to do in your market, whether it has a social impact, whether it's an economic impact. Team credibility. I have been emphasizing right from the beginning that a team is very, very important. You have to work in team. Then, of course, your market strategy, because this is a commercialization grant. So what are your plans to sell this product? Whether you will go to business, whether you go to business to customer, B2C or B2B model, what is the price? So don't worry about all this, because KIT TBI will definitely help you in keeping all these things, making your proposal very strong against this backdrop. Now, how does BIG works? The BIG program works in a very unique fashion. So BIRAC have partnered with technology business incubators, who are called as big partners, who implement this program. And KIT Technology Business Incubator, situated in Bhubaneswar, Odisha, is one of the incubator partner who can help you in this grant writing, who can help you in getting this funding. And the role of incubator is basically the TBI will act as an interface between a big grantee and the BIRAC. We will support you, we'll connect to mentors, we will get your fund release, we will progress your monitor of your project, get it again, give it to BIRAC. So for this 18 months, we'll be working together hand in hand. And it's not like you have to come to Bhubaneswar, you have to be physically located in Bhubaneswar for this 18 months. That's definitely not possible for faculties who are already permanently employed. We cannot tell them that you leave your job, come to 18 months, do this project, and then go back. So that's not feasible. For them, we have a different scheme called a virtual incubator. So you can access all the equipments, you can access all our mentors as and when required. Whatever support you wish, you can take, but you don't have to be physically located here. You can work at your own organization. So that's kind of flexibility we do allow. Selection process of this grant is very transparent. First round is the eligibility check. We'll see that whether you have the minimum eligibility criteria. As I said, is you have to have a graduation degree. Your startup should not be more than 5 years old, and there is a set of other guidelines also, basic requirements, which you can see in the BIRAC website. Once eligibility check is done by the partner, by the incubator, then we give it to a preliminary screening, whether based on 3 contours, that is plagiarism, whether you have provided minimum technical details in the application, and whether it falls under BIG mandate or not. Based on these 3 parameters, all the proposals will be evaluated, and then once it has been selected by the PSC committee, all the proposals will be given to 5 subject experts. Out of the 5 subject experts, if 3 of the reviewers they say yes, then they will be called for presentation. That's a final round of presentation in front of the technical evaluation panel. You have to present your idea, and here all the committee members have to give a score, and finally, based on the cutoff score that is decided by BIRAC, the final list of BIG grantees, they are published. So this entire process is done within 2-3 months, and you will be informed as the application proceeds. And unfortunately, also, if your application gets rejected at any stage, you will be informed of the committee suggestion, the reason of your rejection, so that you can improve upon and reapply in the next call. Now, this is the impact which BIG has created. We have KIT-BI has supported 112 innovators through this scheme, 72 startups. There were 40 women entrepreneurs. You know, this is a very old figure. Now it is 80 IP have been generated. Lot of employment has been created. Now, specifically for the Northeast, BIRAC have initiated a new call, a special call, specifically the BIG grant for the Northeast region. And this was the first call where KIT-BI is the only implementing partner. The response we got was overwhelming. We got almost 110 applications across all the states of Northeast. And the best startup was then chosen for a Kickstart grant of 25 lakhs for 24 months. So people previously they used to say that why are we not getting any application from the Northeast? But you know, with the kind of hand-holding that KIT Technology Business Incubator did, we reached out to all institutes across Northeast, helped them spread this awareness that there is such scheme called BIG. And believe me, there were a lot of students who were not aware of these funding opportunities. And I can bet that today also a majority of the students would not be, having this knowledge of all these funding opportunities that are available. So that's the role of incubator. We do that. Now, in addition to KIT-BI TIDE program is also there. This is a Government of India's new program called the Northeast Launchpad. This is basically a business idea competition where all innovators, they will be supported to create a very rock solid business plan to make their pitch presentation perfect for pitching. So this is kind of a boot camp where you get an intensive training program on all aspects of innovation. Similarly to BIG Nidhi scheme, the DST scheme, Department of Science and Technology, they have also a scheme called the Nidhi scheme for proof of concept development. That is called the Nidhi Prayas scheme. Here you get 10 lakhs grant money for prototype development, along with technical guidance, business mentorship, IT facilitation. Now, BIRAC has also special programs for faculty innovators who doesn't want to start their own startup. For academicians, we generally got to realize that there are a lot of universities which doesn't allow their faculties to form their own business, to form their own ventures and do it. So for them, BIRAC have initiated a new called a PACE program. And there are two schemes, AIR and CRS. AIR is similar to the BIG scheme, 50 lakhs for 18 months. Second is a contract research scheme. Here, there is no cap of funding, but the problem is that you have to apply with the industry partner. So that's the only difference. Otherwise, both of them are almost same. Now, after your proof of concept is developed, as I said in the category slide, if you fall in that category where your product is already developed and you want to take it forward to pre-commercialization stage, you want more funding support. There are various schemes for that also. For example, the SIBRI scheme, Small Business Innovative Research Initiative, where again, these are the schemes, SIBRI or BIPP, you have to have an industry partnership because that's more of a commercialization. So you need more support and scale up in manufacturing. So BIRAC always asks you, who are your industry partners? Is there you are in talk with any partners who are interested to take your project forward? Then there's a SITARE scheme, which provides orientation, training, and funding for young students to embrace translational research for development of innovative products and technologies, unmet needs. There's a SITARE Gayatri Awards for students who are pursuing Masters, PhD in any discipline. Up to 15 lakhs of funding is provided under this scheme. Similarly, the BIRAC Appreciation Award for students who are pursuing graduation in any discipline, almost 1 lakh grant money is given. This is just like prize money. There's no soft loan, there's no equity, it's just a prize money. Then there are a lot of seed funds are available from different ministries. You call it DST, you call it DBT, BIRAC, every ministry has their seed funds. And they basically the equity funding. Where you develop a proof of concept now for regulatory compliances, for example, you need money. They give you the seed fund to jump to this early stage commercialization to late stage commercialization so that you become more suitable for SIBRI and BIPP. Now, so this the Seed and Leaf Fund. Now, recently the Ministry of Social Justice Empowerment Government of India have initiated the ASEAN mission, where funding opportunities is available for 30 lakhs of 3 years is available for research category, and KTBI is implementing partner of the scheme. So this is basic reserved category. If you scheme, 30 lakhs of grant money you will get for 3 years. Now, these are the few examples of innovators who came with just a mindset to think something, to do something different, to think out of the box. They plunged into this difficult part of entrepreneurship, and KTBI supported them in crystallizing their idea, to helping grant writing, to getting funding, to helping the product development. If you see our infrastructure, we have a wonderful lab. We have access to equipments. We have access to all the prototyping, 3D design. So under one roof, you get all the support that you wish. As I said, this is Dr. Sumana Mishra. She came with a serious problem when she was undergoing her pregnancy. She was suffering from a hypertensive disorder, which is called a preeclampsia. Because of that, she faced a lot of difficulties. And she said, when she realized that there is no detection kit which is available for early diagnosis of this disease. Now she started doing the literature search. They came up, okay, with the markers, I can develop such a grant, such a device, such a kit. She got SIP fellowship, she got Prayas grant, big grant, and now she has raised almost more than 2 crores of funding. Similar in Miracles. So this is also engineering graduate, biomedical engineering graduate, just completed his studies. He came to KTBI and said that, okay, madam, I've got some good results in my BSc thesis, in my dissertation work, and I want to take it forward. We helped him to get the grant, first 50 lakhs money. incubated, and then now there's no looking back. He got this winner of Dare to Dare award of DRDO. He went to Israel for accelerator program. So how KTBI is supported in terms of soft skill? I remember when he first met me, he was not able to present his idea. Now, if you say he's talking to so many investors, he's raising funds. So pitching is soft skill is very, very important for students. Please work on that. Try to present the idea, go for presentation, go for poster presentation. Whatever platform you can, please go for soft skill, pitching and all these. Try to sharpen this acumen. That's very, very important. Similarly, this is Saika Onco Solution. She came as a researcher to KTBI. She said that, okay, I've completed she was doing her postdoctorate care tour in Japan. She said that, okay, I don't want to. She had a lot of opportunities. She had already had a job in IIT. But she said, no, I don't want to take up the normal conventional professor. I want to be an entrepreneur professor. So she started her own enterprise cycle. And today, she called me and said, Madam, I received 1.2 million grant from investor. Just imagine, from 2016 to 2021, the kind of scale up she has done. And this very idea is very innovative. She is developing a molecular drilling device which can deliver the anti-cancer medicines at a very targeted way. That's research. Now, since my association with KTBI has been since a long time, it's been almost 7 to 8 years, let me tell you how KTBI functions as a case study. So, although we are in Odisha, we are one of the premier educational hub. We have a large pool of skilled workforce. We have IITs, CSIR, AIMS. However, no cluster-based framework existed to maximize this cross-disciplinary scientific collaboration. And startup ecosystem was very, very nascent in like 10 years back. To overcome this challenge, KTBI was established in 2009 with a mission to create a conducive ecosystem for technology-driven research ideas that has commercialization potential. 20,000 square feet in Bhubaneswar, Odisha, which over time we have grew into pan-India ecosystem and we have spread our wings almost across all over India. And currently we are, embarking into East and Northeast zone. And I can say here very proudly we are being the pioneer. There was no benchmarking in Odisha to follow. It's the first university-based technology business incubator which was established in 2009 in the KIT deemed to be university as a not-for-profit organization. And we got the support from all the funding ministry, NHB, DST, BIDAC. In 2012, BIDAC helped us to get a bioincubator established, which was very, very important to amplify the biotech innovation ecosystem. So the journey has been wonderful, and we can say that what clearly distinguishes KTBI from other incubators is just not the size, but the vision to augment the innovation ecosystem and provide the wings to innovators, the way we help, the way we handhold the students. It's not that you only, help startups in getting to the next level. We nurture young innovators right from the beginning. That's the kind of support that we provide. And the KTBI knowledge network is very, very huge. We have almost more than 200 startups, millions of funds which have been raised by startups. We have a BIDAC regional center called the BRTC Center to promote innovation in East and Northeast. We have almost 80 patents have been generated, a large pool of mentors and experts we have built, which are helping our startups in getting their idea more framed, more commercialization potential. And KTBI is also the implementing partner of various startup funding schemes, both central and state. We are in partnership with industry organization, corporate sectors to support product development. And starting from proof of concept to scale up to product commercialization, we have different schemes of funding support. And last year, as I said, that BIRAC in collaboration with KTBI, they set up a regional center called the BRTC Center, which is basically to promote innovation across East and Northeast. We have this TTO office, also Technology Transfer Office, which can help in getting your technology transfer and spin-offs from research organization to the industry partners. That TTO office is there. We have the BIG partner. We have a technology enabling center also that is basically supported by DST for promoting university-led innovation. We have a Spur Center, a scheme that supports affordable product development specifically on social sectors. And we have close to almost 90 projects across the country working on all the sectors of biotechnology, be it biomedical devices, be it agriculture, be it drug development, novel wound care solutions, IoT platforms. So this kind of growth that we have seen over the years. All I want to say to today young crowd that, as Professor Karim said, that time is right to think big, to create a difference in the life of people through your innovative idea. There's absolutely no dearth of funding. Mentors are there. There is a support system who are there to help you, to guide you through this journey. So please, all you need is just a mindset and a hunger to chase your dream. That's all. And if you have any doubt, please write to me. My email ID is namrata@kitincubator.in. If you want, if you have any doubt, this is my WhatsApp number also. You can ping me. So that's it.
Thank you so much, Doctor. It was really superb. And the mail ID I already text in the text box. Yeah. If participant, if you have any questions, please ask the time to ask.
I have a question.
Yes, officer. Please, Dr. Singh.
How far about this marine products? Any of the, I mean, who have got the big grant or about this marine products?
I think Dr. Gopal is a very bright example. He himself has got this BIG grant. He was incubated at Technology Business Incubator. Dr. Gopal, if you can just brief about your BIG project where you got 50 lakhs money. Okay, it was basically about the culturing of microalgae for anthocyanin and other products. It was spirulina also for protein derived products also. So anything, any fish additives, additives of fish farming for prawn or any prawn shrimp disease. If you have any device for early diagnosis. Also recently a project. Any idea, Dr. Silva, that is innovative, that has a commercialization potential is eligible. It could be related to any field. It's all that if you have a R&D project, if you have done some kind of basic studies, preliminary results, and you say that the results are very promising, then it's the time for you to apply for BIG grant. You show to the committee that yes, we have done a couple of experiments. The idea, the proof of principle is already done, validated. We have got good results. Now we need 50 lakhs money to move to the next level. From stage A, we have come to stage B. Now from stage B to stage C, we need your 50 lakhs money. And definitely the committee will appreciate and will give you.
Actually, I have an idea on this marine biopolymers. I think I will discuss.
Dr. Selva, please send me a concept note.
Yes.
My email ID. I will send you across the application form. You start filling in that. Once your draft application is ready, send it across to me. I'll go through it. I'll give my time so that before you upload, all your application will be vetted, will be confirmed, and then you can go forward in uploading it online.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Because from July, the call will be open. So I would request the organizers, if you wish, you can go for a grant writing workshop, specifically for BIG grant. What are the tips? What are the committee expectations? Because that's very, very important.
Thank
You
you.
need to understand what needs to be highlighted in your proposal to make it very strong, promising.
Any other questions? Kindly post your.
If you have any questions, you can also send me across an email later on. I'll be happy to clarify all your doubts.
That's really good. I already updated the email ID. They can ask you because most of our students are a little bit shy in asking the forum. They'll send you and they'll disappear later. Thank you and please encourage them. If they come with the question, please encourage them. Thank you very much.
Dr. Namrata, madam, you have really given a wonderful presentation, and it is, I think, whoever has been participating is a good, he had good fortune, and we in our department itself, because the marine biodiversity harbors such a novel compounds which can be alternative to the traditional medicine, like the synthetic medicines also. And there is every possibility of promoting. Even two of our scholars, one has identified an anti-diabetic compound which goes on very well with the type 2 type of diabetes. And another, the compare who is doing this comparing, she has found that some other compound which is definitely has some role to play in curbing the cancer, more particularly the tumor development. So there are some such things. I think it should be an eye opener for all these.
Absolutely, I would want to emphasize here, Professor Karim, is that generally what we see in these funding schemes, we get a lot of proposals on medical device diagnostic. But agriculture, marine biology, this is an area where we don't get much applications. So any proposals coming from these gray areas, all the funding agency, they are very happy. They welcome proposals from these areas because there's not much coming from agri or marine biology. So anybody putting a proposal under these thrust areas definitely will have an advantage. There's less competition.
And another one thing I would like to point out here, another scholar, Dr. Vijay Raj, he has found some compound which is highly de-stressing factor. If it is a supplement in the food, definitely even for human being, it can be a very good thing for removing the stress, such a kind of factors.
Certainly, Professor Karim, I would definitely suggest you that please ask all your faculties to apply for a BIRAC grant. At least they should apply and get their
Yes.
Whenever the call is open, probably in July 1st, it will be open. I will send you all the details, send you the link, and I'll try my best to see that, ensure that at least a couple of them get funded.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the kind words, ma'am. We are so fortunate to have this. Thank you for the wonderful presentation, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr.
Yeah, actually, the presentation creates some awareness about the startups. Regarding one thing, I am not very clear about the marketing things. If you are creating the products, how should we market through the TBIs?
How should you market? See, there are a lot of things that will take 2 hours time to tell you how should be your business plan. But again, the catch points is that your USP, unique selling proposition, whatever idea that you are developing, whatever product, you have to do a very thorough search to understand that who are your competitors. What is your product? What's the edge of your product? What is the advantage that you will bring in? It could be in terms of affordability, it could be in terms of more sensitivity, more specificity, more user friendly. So these are the, these value propositions will create an edge of your product, which will help to capture the market. Then, of course, a lot of whether you should go for business to business model, whether you should go to business to customer, your pricing, because customers are very sensitive price. So, what is the price? What should be the unique selling, price for your unit? What should be your all these cost economics has to be calculated very diligently.
That's correct. Thank you. I think there's a question in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Anna, please go to the question which posted in the chat box.
Yes, sir. There is one question, ma'am. To become an incubate at KIT, what are the basic requirements do we have?
You don't need to have any requirement. All that we need, that you really want to take this entrepreneurship as a very serious career option. You're very serious about entrepreneurship. You have some innovative ideas. Then come to us. We'll help you to raise the first level of funding. We'll give you access to instruments and all the, the opportunities that is required to you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, I feel that you give a training program for the students. That would be ideal.
Yes, we do for that's what I said, for every stage of entrepreneurs, we have different accelerator programs, capacity building programs. For students who are very naive about entrepreneurship, we have a different, very intensive boot camp kind of program. Like as you talk about business plan, every week we conduct marketing, business plan, capacity building sessions, we conduct accelerator programs. So, but again, you have to approach us. You have to say that, okay, we want to be associated with KTBI. We sign an agreement. Then we go for either the physical incubator or the virtual incubator. As I said, that both the opportunities are the same. It's just that in the virtual, you need not be physically present in Bhubaneswar, but you can access all the facilities that KTBI provides.
Thank you.
Any other question from the participants? I think there is no question, ma'am.
So please feel free to email me if you have any doubts, any support needed. I'll be happy to help you as much as possible.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful lecture. The lecture was really informative.
Thank you, Swarna. It's just that 1 hour I tried to give these funding opportunities, but definitely, sometime we can think of a business plan or a more detailed about grant writing workshops, business connecting sessions.
We'll move forward. Now I request Dr. Selva Kumar sir, Organizing Secretary, to propose vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sarna. Thank you. It's a great honor for me to present the vote of thanks for this occasion. And that is a two-day workshop on entrepreneurship development program. The program actually started with a thematic speech by Dr. Altaf sir, Professor, Department of Biotechnology, MIT University. Actually, sir outlined the innovation, business incubator, and funding available. Thank you very much, sir, for this thematic speech. And I have to thank Dr. Srinivasan, sir, HOD BBA department, for providing excellent presidential address on this occasion. Thank you, sir. Followed by introduction of the speaker by Dr. Mayakaran, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Marine Biotechnology. I have to thank our today's speaker, Dr. Namrata Mishra, Assistant Professor, KIT School of Biotechnology, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. And she is also head of the Bio Innovation, Technology, Bio Business Incubator. Her speech titled as Role of Incubator and Funding Opportunities for Innovation and Startups. First, ma'am started with major sources of innovations. What are the major sources? And about the technology business incubator, TBI. I was explaining about the TBI and what are the places where the technology driven ideas are nurtured to make the business, and the place where the big idea is turned into an amazing startups. So she started with that, and also about what are the types of business and which bring together about the entrepreneurship, the technologies, and the incubator. And ma'am also explained about the major, more than just a space it provides, about the incubator. She was explaining about the incubator and about the challenges faced by the startups and the need for the technology business incubator. Further, ma'am explained about the incubator strategy, understanding startups, and identifying startup support. Ma'am also explained about the need funding, about what are the fundings that is available, and ma'am was explaining about the various funding agencies. What are the various funding agencies, and what are the things needed to be that is required for the funding agency? What are the things needed for required for the funding agencies? And ideation to the proof of concept. She was explaining about that, and she was explaining in detail of all the uh, agencies, funding agencies, and how the students got benefited, and all the things were explained very nicely about the SIP, about the uh, Mighty Tide 2.0. So many, all the almost all. Ma'am covered all the things about the BIRAC, and so she explained in wide aspect of all the funding agencies and how we should be benefited and how to apply for them, how to apply, and what's the requirement. So everything in detail, ma'am explained that. Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful presentation. Thank you, and I have to thank my management. I have to thank our chancellor. One minute. Chancellor for providing constant support, and also I have to thank our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Manoharan sir, and also I have to thank our Pro Chancellor, Rajesh Ramesh sir. I have to thank our Vice Chancellor, Colonel Dr. G. Trivasagam sir, for giving permission to conduct such event. I have to thank our Registrar sir, Dr. M. Jayaprakash Gill sir. Without his continuous support and advice, this workshop wouldn't come into execution. And also I have to thank my fellow colleagues for organizing such event. Lastly, I have to thank all the participants for their active participation in the workshop. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Over to Sarna.
Thank you, sir. I kindly request the participant to join the second session tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. Thank you.
Thank you all. It was a pleasure interacting with all the young minds. Thank you, Professor Karim, Dr. Selva, Dr. Senthil, and Dr. Gopal, for this wonderful opportunity.
It's our pleasure, madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Stay safe, stay healthy, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you for accepting the invitation. Thank you. Okay, Megan sir. Morning session Papanalaki.
Oh yes, oh yes. Mike and sir, congrats.
Thank you.
Well done, brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your appreciation. Tomorrow morning, our session will start around 7 o'clock. You kindly join us also.
Sure. The all credit goes to
Okay,
our HOD and the registrar. Really,
They are supporting well, sir. Actually, I'm pressurizing them sometime. Really good. Yeah, appreciated.
it's all because of you, sir. I didn't do anything.
no,
I'm just
no.
forwarding.
Sometimes HOD, if it is he is not doing anything, that itself is a good thing.
I understand, sir.
But I think even after some kind of issues which you faced, the way in which you have been taking the department, good, is something very happy.
With all your support and guidance, sir.
It's all
Experienced colleagues.
all there now. The recent spurt in the activities and all, Selva sir, Mayakanan sir, you, and also the Swarna and Vijay,
Yes, sir.
their contributions and all.